Good evening, Richard Ruati.
Good evening to you, Mr. Nelson.
It's such a delight having you here, despite all the technical hiccups we're having to put together. But it's just such a delight to finally have you on my podcast.
No problem. I do understand technical glitches do happen, and it's my pleasure also to be on your show.
Okay, relax. It's an easy show. It kind of like took me a bit of time, but I knew you were in the list. I shall talk with Charity earlier on when we were starting to put the list for the podcast, and I said I wanted to talk to you because you're a very interesting human being.
For different reasons.
Yeah, for very different reasons. Yeah. I mean, people get attracted to you for very different reasons, including disliking you.
Of course. Even Jesus Christ was once disliked.
Yeah, even Jesus Christ was once disliked.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe you can just tell me your name and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Richard Ruati. By training, I'm a journalist, communication specialist. At the moment now, I work for UNICEF as a communication officer. But I'm on your show as a private citizen, not on behalf of UNICEF.
Yeah, you're here not on behalf of citizen.
Yes, as a citizen of Gudele and Juba. And I'm happy that this recording is happening right in
Gudele, from the heart of Gudele,
in Block 9.
Yeah,
sure, that's very important.
I think Block 9 has been known for a lot of other things, but it's good that it is known for this recording now.
Yeah, and apart from my work, my professional work, I also do a lot of campaigns, especially on the issue of alcohol-free lifestyle, health living, like in terms of what we eat or what we drink. And also, I sell suits, the one I'm wearing.
Oh, you sell the suits?
Yes.
Yeah, because I see you with a lot of elaborate suits.
Yes.
So that's also part of marketing?
Yes, because I want people to dress nicely, especially when people go to church, to office, when they go to events. People tend to dress very weird, including yourself. You need to improve your dressing code.
I am guilty as charged.
Sure.
Do you think a lot of people do you think a lot of people don't know how to dress, or they just dress in a way that is
They don't know how to dress. They don't know how to dress.
What makes people do that?
Because they probably don't know what is good for them to dress. Like, we just buy anything on the market. We don't really see what dress fits you well, what kind of shoes, what kind of belt matches what kind of shoes at some point.
And is that a function of education or culture?
I think both.
Both, huh?
Yeah.
So and what?
Well, the thing is also you have like me. I studied in the seminary. I grew up along. I saw many priests growing up. I mean, being in the seminary school, you have to dress smartly every morning. Even if they give you punishment to go and carry some ant-hills, the teacher wants you to come back when your white shirt is still very clean. So you have to maintain that. That's the point. Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where were you born? Where did you grow up in your early years?
Yeah, I was born in 1984 in Yambio town, 29th of August. I come from the border of DRC with South Sudan. That's why my village is a place called Sakure. That is the southwest part of South Sudan. So from Western Equatoria. So we used to be under Yambio County those days, but later on during the movement in the 90s, my Yambio was divided into two. So I fall under a county called Nzara County. But we are kind of greater Yambio. So we are intertwined together. So that's where I come from. And I moved to Juba since 2009 when I left working for an NGO called IMC, International Medical Corps. I joined the government in Yambio. I worked for the Ministry of Communication as a Deputy Director of Communication. And then I was charged with the responsibility to establish Yambio FM. Then I became the first manager.
Which year was that?
That was 2007.
2007, you were given the task of establishing Yambio FM.
Yes, I worked with the then Deputy Governor, who was the Minister of Communication, Mr. Joseph Ngere Pasico. He gave me that task to write up a proposal, and we had the money from tax collection. I contacted an Italian company, ITEL. They came and we had an old antenna that was established during the Abur time, which was just idle there. So we brought in equipment from Italy, and a powerful radio station was established, and it was going as far as 100 kilometers in radius of broadcast.
That means it could reach the border,
Yes,
or even past it.
it passed that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because people up as far as Nyangara and Dungu could hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grew up and kind of raised in the Azande culture.
Yes, I'm very much so proud of my Azande culture and being a Bantu.
Yeah.
I think Bantu is the largest community in Africa, starting from the Zambezi River during the Shaka Zulu. We came in from the Southern Africa all this time, and we've been around. Except that the fact that some people tend to misinterpret the word who is a South Sudanese. You know, these borders where we are today found us where we were. So Azandi did not come to South Sudan, or Shuluk did not come to South Sudan. So where we are today, what the Zandeland, so the British and the French found us there, and then because of their colonial interest, they divided us into 3 countries. DRC, the Azandes in DRC, the Azandes in Central African Republic, the Azandes in South Sudan. So does not mean that Zande came from DRC.
From DRC.
So the borders found Azande where we are today.
I think that's
and where we have just established, renewed our kingdom, which was a kind of collapse 117 years ago due to the British rule.
I'm kind of coming to that.
Yes.
Come to talk about culture and kind of the Azande culture. Take me back to your childhood as a boy. What shaped that? What shaped your daily routine?
Oh man, I lived a very dangerous or poor life in my childhood because the SPLA came to Yambio when I was just 6 or 7 years old. Yeah. And everything collapsed. Education system collapsed. And also the war got my mom when she was visiting my uncles, and then we were cut off from my mom, and I stayed with my dad for some time, about 2 to 3 years. So they were even my childhood upbringing was difficult in the sense that I could even miss 1 year without going to school, or if I went to school, something will happen, and then I will be interrupted. I will have to go to live with my mom, or will live with my dad, or my uncle, or my elder sister, or my grandmom.
And that is primarily because of the war
in the 90s. Yeah. And also as I grew up going when I was turning 12, 13 years, conscription started in 1995. So even at that age, I was already, I think, 12 or 13 years already. So I was subject to conscription by the SPLA those days.
Because by then child soldiers was like a norm.
It was a hot cake, I should say.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think all the generals wanted to recruit as many people.
Yes, and when the movement started, it started very much in Bor, much as it was in Bor, but John Garang has diversified the movement so that he gets manpower. So when they reached Yambio, a lot of the soldiers who came to Yambio didn't want to go back to the front line. So they like the fruits, they like the cassava.
Because Yambio is a very rich town in terms of the ananas, everything.
So the numbers of the soldiers in the front line was decreasing. So they had no choice but to make a forceful recruitment of soldiers. So that's when they did what they call Budwe 1.
What is Budwe 1?
Budwe 1 was a kind of a battalions or new trainings that came up under latest General Samuel Abjohn.
Yes, Samuel Abjohn, yeah.
Yes, so
his house is down near Sava. Up to now, that place is to call Samuel Abjohn.
Yes, when the SPL went to Yambio, so he didn't go far. He was in Sakura in my village. Then when John Garang went to address the public in Yambio, so he called upon him and said, of course, intelligence people, all this kind, they knew their things. So said, I think Abjohn was on board with look up Kasiro and those of you. So that's the kind of life I lived, and it was not easy. When I see people today, they don't want to have a choice to eat beans and others. Yeah. In fact, we used to eat beans during Christmas. That was a favorite food.
Beans is a reward.
Yes, beans was a kind of chicken during Christmas because that's what we could afford those days. So my childhood was tough. Even getting soap to wash your clothes. Which clothes even? I didn't even have clothes. Probably my elder brother will wear his torn clothes with an all like ice at the torn behind and give it to me. I didn't have slippers. The first time I wore slippers were in 1998.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the time I wore my first slippers. So,
I mean, growing up in this, so what did you think of your life? What did you think you will become?
I lost hope. I didn't know I would become anything. I didn't know I will ever leave my village. I never knew even I would live in Juba. I had no plans to come to Juba, and I didn't know about Juba anyway. So it was until 1998. That's when I traveled from Yambio to Central African Republic to go. There was a school that was run by the Catholic Church, Tombro Yambio Diocese, which was St. Joseph Minor Seminary in Mboki. So that's when I schooled a bit for about 2 years, and then my mind opened up. That's why
I saw things that you have not seen before. Like,
yes, I went and I saw life for the first time, to see people were there was a market, there was kind of things. That's when my mind got open now, and I started listening to the BBC. Actually, listening to the BBC opened me up, because I used to sell cigarettes in the market. So there was one guy who loved cigarettes so much, but he didn't have enough money every day.
Yeah.
So he'll come and leave his radio with me as a collateral for the cigarette.
And you give him cigarette.
So in that process, I will open the radio at night. So I became interested after listening to the radio, to the BBC. I will hear stories. That time there was a coup d'etat in Ivory Coast, and there were floods in Mozambique.
So by then, until then, you didn't know like the world is that big.
I didn't know. Then I started learning about the Florida election, George Bush versus Al Gore.
Yeah.
You can see almost 20 years. I still have.
You still remember that?
Yeah, those days. Yeah.
And what did the radio provide you with? Like, is it like escape? You able to see the world in different?
The radio provided me with knowledge to know what was happening beyond my small bedroom. I mean, I didn't have a mattress even. I was having only a mat and then a blanket. Yeah, and then plus a few of my textbooks and books, exercise books. I'm just skipping to you. If I tell you
So now that education, what you go into education in the church, how was that like?
I didn't even finish there. Things were tough with me, so I had to come back to South Sudan.
You had to come back to South Sudan again?
In 2001, I returned to South Sudan with my elder sister.
Yeah.
So things were tough for me, and then from there, I joined the what they call Combined Parent Secondary School, which was also under the Catholic Church. And then from there, I went to Arua. From Arua, I came back to Yambi. You
went to Arua to get more education?
Yeah, in high school.
In high school.
So things were not. I've never been stable in life.
So when you go to Arua, do you make that decision based on what? Actually,
I went to Arua through somebody. One Kawaja wanted to assist me. He took me to Arua for secondary school. An Australian. He also loved my passion for radio, because when he came to Yambio, there was a Yambio Information Center. The only person who could argue with him, discuss international issues with him, was me.
Because of radio.
So he got impressed with me, and then he took me to Arua. So I spent Arua like 2 years. Then I came back to Yambio. So after that, I'm not able to go to the university. I have to hustle. I started as a cleaner in Yambio Information Center. I was a cleaner there. From that time, the management raised me to a librarian. From a librarian, I became a manager of the center where I was a cleaner.
Wow.
Yeah, run by UNICEF.
And then from there on, like, how did you get a chance to kind of go for further education?
My furthest education has been me. My first degree, I paid myself. My honors degree, I paid myself. My masters, I paid myself. I'm also doing 2 other masters.
Right now.
I'm paying myself. Nobody has ever paid me. So I'm the only student who's paying at the student school, because of people I'm paying to school.
And right now you're paying people and you're still going to school.
Yes, I tell them I'm the only student.
Because you just got a master's, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah, I'm doing another one again.
So you got a master's from a South African university?
Yeah, University of South Africa. So I'm doing another master's program with the University of Cape Town. It's it's the first leading university in Africa in policy and practice.
And in your other master's was in what?
Media studies.
Media studies.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So now, like, when you take a snapshot of you now and that boy in the village, it's totally different.
Quite different. But I love that. I love that life I lived in the village, because
all that suffering.
Yes. I feel like it shaped my mind. It made me who I am today. Because remember, I just recently in February, after the coronation of the king, I went to my village. You saw the pictures I posted. I remember every corner. Even my mom gets surprised. How can you remember all these things? Even me, I don't remember that. every place I go to, I recognize a tree, I recognize a small stream, and I name them by their names. I tell you, this is where this was happening, this was happening, and this year what happened. Even where I grew up with my grandmom, I go there and I recall where our granary was, what we call Gugu.
Yeah. So, what does the Azande culture represent to you? Like, we were just talking about the coronation of the king after, is it 117 years?
Yes.
What as someone who is a fresher, what should they know about the Azande culture?
Azande culture is very rich. Although I'm not an expert on cultural issues, I will give you a snapshot of that. We are people who are very much civilized many years back. We believe in respect to one another. We believe in a wife and husband lifestyle. We are religious people. We are people who have decency. We are also people who are farmers. We believe in extended family, like your family, your elder brother or the elder brother of your dad or your mom. All those people are your family members. And also, we eat a lot of greens, especially the famous one, which is called Pondu Gadia.
Called Gadia.
Yeah. And we also...
Gadia is the leaf of the cassava leaves.
Cassava leaves, yeah. Yeah. So, and also, we believe a lot in our traditional authority. Like now the chiefs, and then you have now the kingdom. And we pride ourselves as people who are peace-loving. We live in harmony with our neighbors. Although there are some isolated cases that have come up of recent because of politics, not real cultural issues, but it's pure politics, to my understanding, and what has been researched so far by independent experts. But culturally, we are happy people. We like dancing.
A lot of dancing.
Yeah, we like celebrating life. Whenever we have a new baby in the house, it's a party. It's a celebration.
And what kind of alcohol is there? What kind of brews are there?
The famous brewery that we used to do local was known as Bangara.
Bangara, what is that?
Bangara is from a millet flour. So it is mixed with yeast when it is fermented with water. Immediately it is sweet, but when it ferments for 2 days, it becomes alcohol.
It becomes alcohol. So it depends at what time you take it.
Yeah, that's the one I can no longer drink now. I can only drink the sweet one.
Yeah.
Because the moment it stays for 2 days, it has become alcohol.
It kind of becomes fermented.
Yeah, we also have palm wine.
Yeah, palm wine.
Yeah, we also do.
Is there a lot of similarities between your culture and the West African culture?
Yes, especially the Igbo people in Nigeria.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot of similarity. In fact, when I watch Nigerian movies, I feel like I'm there. I mean, a lot of people even mistake me for a Nigerian, which I'm not.
Because there is a lot of similarities, even in the outfit. And I was like saying, the outfit is related to the Nigerian outfits. Yeah.
Yeah. We are very much in that. Although they are not even Bantus, but we have similarities a lot with the West African.
With West African.
Yeah.
Now, let me kind of talk to you like right now as an adult, as a grown up. You're known for so many things, but you're primarily known also for an advocate on alcohol-free living.
Yes.
That's how you term it.
Yes.
What led to that? How did you move to becoming an advocate of an alcohol-free living?
Yeah. I started drinking alcohol in 2006. I was introduced to alcohol by some of the elders in the community who are very close to me, like family friends. I drank alcohol in Yambio. Up to Juba here. I drank alcohol in Uganda, in Kenya, or any of the travels I made internationally. And I realized...
How did that make you feel when you drank?
Society has given us the feeling that for you to be happy, or alcohol is a source of happiness. That's the misleading way alcohol has been normalized or glorified by society. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So I will drink alcohol. I will go to parties. I will go to nightclubs. Every function, like it is in modern society today, alcohol is kind of something that people see as a celebration, a source of celebration.
It's also a source of familiarity. Some people will not talk to you if you don't drink alcohol.
Exactly.
Or they will not invite you.
Exactly. And then if you don't drink alcohol in a setup, they seem like you are boring. Or they seem like you are coming to look at us like we're bad people who are not drinking.
So like drinking, did it allow you to access more friends, more events, more what?
Oh, yes, I met a lot of people whom I thought they were friends, but they were not friends. They were just alcohol buddies, alcohol mates.
So then you are in the midst of that. You drank, and what was like? What do you think was the lowest moment in that? When did you feel like, this is not working?
I think the lowest moment will be a lot of people who are still drinking. I used to hang out with them. Like, we will start drinking like a Friday like this. I will not even reach home. I will probably, because even twice or three times my computer was stolen by breaking into my car, whereby I will park my car near by the roadside, and I will forget that I left an available item in my car. So I will just pass through near a Munuki or through a Santo Quezito or in one of the hotels in by the riverside. From work you go and drink, and then from there you go to the nightclub, you go to Signature, you go to the Mask. There were so many of those nightclubs those days when I was drinking here in Juba. There used to be Bros, there used to be so many of them. So you just by let's say by 1 o'clock we start getting calls. Where are we chilling? Where are we meeting? That was the life my life was revolving around that.
And you told me also you also drove while drunk.
Yes, I drove while drunk. In fact, there was one point whereby I was coming from Signature. I lost my way. I wanted to pass through the Juba University to get to the customs, not even custom, to the Bullock side. Yeah. But I entered the wrong road. I found myself even entering a swamp where the road was ending. You know that swamp behind the Juba University?
Yes, I know.
That's where I found myself. So now I found myself like this. I'm like, I didn't even know where I was going. Imagine alone. If it was the country of insecurity we have now, somebody would have harmed me. So I've driven under the influence of alcohol. And this is what a lot of people do still, because we think that when you go to drink alcohol and from evening up to 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning, and you're able to drive back safely, you think you drink alcohol responsibly. That is the illusion that many people has.
So then from there on, what made you wake up?
Yeah, I think this lifestyle, I realized it is not good, because even I was putting a lot of weight on. Because when you drink alcohol, you have a lot of appetite to eat. Or whenever you drink alcohol, they roast goat, they roast pork, and you cannot even think about you've eaten a lot today. Even anything that comes your way, you just eat.
You eat,
and it is so bad that you also eat and you sleep. Like, for example, you can go to Kampala, and then when you go, we used to go to a place called Kabalagala. Those chickens there, those roasted chicken they used to give there, that chicken even is not even healthy. It is this embroiled chicken that they give to people. So you drink and you eat. You drink, you eat. You don't even count your calories, how many calories you have consumed by a single day.
So you ended up in a situation where you were really over.
I was weighing 100. I was weighing 118 kilograms.
Yeah, I saw some of those pictures.
Yes. I was badly off. So and then it was just revolving, and I saw my life. Every money I made, I had a better job, by the way, and until now I still have a better job. But the money, let me say, 70% of that was going to social life.
Because alcohol is a very expensive endeavor.
It is expensive, and they are not only buying alcohol is the cost,
but the lifestyle.
There are other associated costs with alcohol. When you drive between Munuki and the Juba town to another hotel, another bar, you are burning fuel. That's money associated with alcohol. You need to buy food during the alcohol. You
need to buy alcohol for other people.
Other people also, and also somebody is going to find you there and say they don't have money. You'll give, or you'll even make promise to somebody which you will have not made when you are sober. You will even you will even become richer when you are alcoholic than when you are in real life. You will try to impress everybody who's around you and say, "Oh, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you this." That's a problem. And also, you can, the more you drive around, you can need the engine oil. You can need fuel. You can need the spare parts. There are so many.
So all this leads you to decide, like, okay, I have nothing to do with this.
I think I realized things were not okay, because first of all, I come from a very poor family. My dad was a teacher. My mom didn't go to school. And then I came to Juba here to work. instead of me putting my mind, which is a lot of what a lot of people are doing. We are here in Juba. We get a small salary of $2,000. We buy a car. The first thing we do immediately, we rent a nice house, like you was here. This kind of nice house, normal people rent in Juba, and then we start drinking. We think we have made it in life. That was the life we were living, and there are people here in Juba who have inherited wealth from or good life from their parents.
And do you think at times, like, I mean, people like us who don't have that generational wealth, we just blend in and we want to appear also, we're making it?
Exactly. That is the challenge we have, because you find people who are already established and then you want to catch up with them. It is challenging for a lot of young people. That's what a mistake.
Do you think there is a lot of peer pressure that piles up?
Yes, that is the essence of everything. Like when you are in a group of people, everything that revolves around us is alcohol. Even when you go to the funeral, for you to go and sing proper during the funeral, they have to give you Marisa Takis. This Marisa with Cavera. So that's the time you start crying now. You can't,
because also, like, there is, like, right now when you look at it, like, there is a lot of new types of unregulated alcohol that, like this Jennifer, a lot of young people like get liver issues.
Yeah.
And I mean, my sister is a medic. She's a doctor. She tells me, like, young people die of this.
You know, in South Sudan here now, somebody who has died of alcohol-related causes, even during his funeral, they will still drink alcohol again. That is a challenge we have.
Very sad reality.
And then when they die of alcohol, they will tell you it's juju. I've been bewitched. Oh, gali is poison. Samamuzo left me. This is a problem. And yet there are a lot of issues. Even our old people.
Yeah.
Our old people are dying we know by doing the next 20 years, we will not have people with gray hair, because a lot of people are now dying in their 50s, 60s because of alcohol related and the soda and the food we eat. These are very dangerous.
Why do you think why do you think we glorify unhealthy living? Like, not glorify. Why are we not a bit feeling about it?
Because it is a multinational corporation and it's a multi-million-dollar thing. I mean, open your TV, open your... we don't have that very much here because we don't have independent TV apart from SSBC. If you open Kenyan television, the first advert you see is alcohol. They tell you, they advertise this junk food, McDonald's and KFC with a big bottle of Coke. Have you ever seen an advert about water? In Juba here, the billboards you see around, giant billboards, have you seen one for water? Only for alcohol. Because the alcohol industry, they sponsor the news we consume. They sponsor some of the
even the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly. Yet the people who play football are supposed to be sober, but the people who watch football, they're supposed to be drunk. Can you even remember how Arsenal was beaten last night? If you're drunk today with the 10 bottles of Guinness, you cannot remember.
Now, how does your advocacy look like? What do you do in order to advocate for people?
What I do is I'm very much online. First of all, on my personal Facebook, and I also have created a Facebook page.
It's called
Alcohol-Free Lifestyle with Richard Ruati.
Yeah.
And also I have a WhatsApp group where I've had people there. The Facebook page is doing very well. We are now about 20,000 followers.
Wow.
Across Africa. Most of the followers are from South Sudan, Kenya, Uganda, Zambia, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Liberia, South Africa. It's expanding actually, and a lot of testimonies every day. My fourth anniversary is coming up in November, 17th of November. I will come up with the statistics of people who have so far given up alcohol because of the campaign I'm doing. So my campaign is about zero alcohol. There is no justification. According to science, any small amount of alcohol is bad for your brain. There are people who are hiding behind the fact, wine is good, wine is healthy, all this. There's no good alcohol. Well, wine is made out of grapes. Why don't you buy grapes from the ladies in Gudelo at the roadside if you want to take the benefits of the grapes from the wine?
What do you say to people who say that you are a bit pushy or judging?
Because they don't like my message. I mean, it is just like when you come here now, you tell people who eat bushmeat, and you tell them
that is poaching,
don't stop. They will kill you. The hunters, the illegal. That's the problem. The people who sell alcohol and who should drink alcohol, it's just that they don't have a way to harm me or kill me. Otherwise, they'll do away with me.
Do you think do you think they are repulsed by your message to that extent?
Yeah, because they feel like I'm making them look bad people.
Are you not making them look bad?
No, I'm not. I'm just saving their lives, but they don't know. Actually, they should thank me because I'm telling them what nobody's telling them. If I knew what I know about alcohol now, I would have not taken it because nobody told me this. So they are lucky that there's someone.
So you think it's a matter of life and death?
It is a matter of life and death because if you drink alcohol, it will catch up with you in the long run, if not immediately. So people think that because I drink alcohol and I go home safely, it's a problem. If even it's affecting lifestyle, even when people drink alcohol, you can't go home to your children early. You can't even have sex with your wife.
It has all that.
Yeah, because it reduces your libido.
So I had a discussion with this. There is another young man who's Daniel of Drugs Mahaya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's also like he's also. I think you're speaking with him at a forum tomorrow or something like that. I saw your name and his name. He runs this organization called Action We. He's also he's a radio presenter.
Yes,
it's his name Dan Ohai. Dan Heights.
Mm.
He's also like advocating for a drug-free life and what. Do you like right now in South Sudan? Do you also have a lot of other substances in addition to alcohol that destroying young people?
Yeah. There are a lot of bad substances that are destroying lives, like any other drug. Except that people don't know that alcohol is a drug. It's a bad drug.
Yeah, they think alcohol. They feel like that is excusable. You can do that.
Yes, alcohol is just like a smoking a cigarette. We used to say cigarette was a good thing, but good news is at least there is been
the science
has been so much against it. So science is also new research. There are people, even medical doctors, who still drink alcohol because they are still with the old research, who said this amount of alcohol is good for you.
So now, I mean, people's lives and livelihood and kind of fun have been built around alcohol. When someone tells you like, so if I stop drinking alcohol, what should I do?
You should focus on your life. You should read a book. Yeah, you should be able to clean your room. There are people who have not cleaned their room for the last 4 weeks. They just come and change the socks and they go. If you go and move your sofas, you will see a lot of dust under the sock. But when you are sober, you will not have those.
You think people should put their energy into focusing into
on their personal life? There are a lot of things. Even to run in the morning, if you are sober, you can wake up and run in the morning. If you are drinking alcohol, you cannot even think about running, exercising, because you wake up in the morning very, 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 very heavy. Yeah.
So now, like Richard, in terms of like this country, why do you think your voice matters, or what do you think people listen to you? Those 20,000 or what from all over?
The reason why people listen to me is because I've saved their lives. There are people now who could not even buy a piece of plot. They've been able to buy plots, not only a plot, because they've saved money. Like when I look at my statistics of how much I will save by average, in the last 4 years, I've saved $32,000.
Wow!
If I multiply the average money I will cost per day, even if you put $2, let's say $3 per day for alcohol, calculate it for 1 month, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's on the low side.
So there are people who have been able now. Their life have changed. They've been able to focus on their job. They've been able to focus on their children. They've been able to focus on their marriages. They've been focused on their parents. People forget to call their mothers. People forget to call their friends. They grew up together with them because they don't have time for thinking properly. They only think about the bottle. Yeah.
What do you say to people who say that you live a very flamboyant, and sometimes people even say like arrogant, showy life?
No, because I live sober life.
Yeah, I mean, you travel to Dubai. You're in a hotel 5-star. You're in South Africa. People saying like, why are you showing us? Why do you want to tell us you are the one who make it?
Well, when you are sober, you have more money to enjoy life.
So that's what you think.
That is a perfect thing.
So that's the message you're sending. You're sober. I have more money. I want to enjoy life.
Yes, because when you are drinking, the only holiday you take is from your house to Moniki, and from Moniki to Gudele. Or the best lifestyle you think you have made in life is when you go to party in Kampala, in Angenua.
So now with this money that you've saved, you travel a lot.
Yeah, I'm traveling next week. And
Where are you going next
I'm
week?
travel. Well, I don't reveal my travels, and then the wheels are up.
The wheels are up. We'll see it.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, but Lou, so like right now,
And
like
again, I want to repeat.
yeah.
I. There's nothing like show off in life. Since I post on my Facebook, I don't post them with the intention like I want to make hurt the feeling for anybody. It's just as they say, the people who don't like me or who feel jealousy, they're the one who think I'm showing off. I mean, even if I post a picture when I'm in the church
Yeah.
with my bishop or with my fellow Christians, how is that a show off? There are people who just stay on Facebook just to read comments, just to stalk on people. They should mind their business. Why don't you post like me? We all we
So
are
you
all.
think more people should post like you?
Yeah, they should post. Yeah. Why should you live your life in isolation if you're not? Today you are not going to hear a corruption case on me. So if I have gone to Dubai, that means I've gone using my hard-earned cash.
Yeah.
Nobody I'm going to owe money to. So what should I live in hiding?
What you're also very provocative and even suggestive in your message. Like during Valentine, you posted a photo of you at a very nice place with a lot of Valentine things, wearing a suit, a red one, right?
Yes.
And there was no woman in that picture.
You have to enjoy life. You have to have a character in life. So I'm that character.
What is your character?
My character is I want to create conversation. I want to create a topic.
Do you think those conversations are happening?
They happen. That's why you saw those. I mean, if you go there, you generate a comment. Everybody's like, even people who don't want comment on it, they come to my inbox. Oh, who is this lady who makes you so? I'm like, what lady? Must you have a lady to have everybody wants? So who takes your pictures in this?
But Richard, for the world to know here, for the
Yes.
world to know very clear, who is the lady? Who is the lady in your life?
There's no lady.
What do you mean there's no lady? Come on, those photos in Dubai.
They should-
Who's taking it?
I mean, anybody in the hotel, even a cleaner, can take your picture. You just need to talk them nicely.
So there is no lady?
There's no lady.
Even like in South Africa, the dance that you're dancing alone?
No, I dance with big girls. There's a difference between big girls and a lady. So
Oh!
big girls are people who want to have fun like me, like a big boy.
Okay, you're the big boy.
Yes. At
Who are-
certain context.
Who are these big girls who you
Big
dance
girls
with?
are people also who have got their own money. They go to South Africa on their own ticket.
their own money.
They don't want money from me. We just happen to plan a holiday together. They're having fun. We're having fun. South Sudan, Uganda, Ethiopians, Kenyans, and we meet. And
So you think like these big girls are like financially independent, they earn their own money, they travel by themselves.
yeah, they just want to have fun.
Do you think there are a lot of girls who are not big who just want to, I mean, as you say, like use your money?
Oh, parasites. There's so many of them around. Slave queens.
Who is a slave queen?
A slave queen is somebody who you see today, tomorrow their aunt is sick, or their phone is faulty already.
And so when their phone is faulty or the auntie is sick, they ask you?
They expect you to buy a new phone.
And
As soon as you meet them, their phone is having a problem. I'm like, come on.
and what kind of phone do they expect you to buy?
iPhone, of course. If they see me with my iPhone 13, they think I should give them the same. But they don't know how.
What
long
is
it
wrong with giving them an iPhone 13?
Oh no, I can't give iPhone 13 to everyone. It's expensive.
I mean, you can give it to the one.
Well, because that person is not in my life. So why should I give you a phone?
How long before you gift someone a phone?
The last time I bought a phone for someone was 2018 when I was still drinking alcohol.
And,
So if
and that
I'm
person was a lady?
If I'm sober now like this, I can't buy.
What if there is a woman in your life,
Uh,
what kind of thing can you do for them?
I would love her.
Uh-huh.
She will be the happiest person on earth.
Uh-huh.
She will have to travel with me with all those trips.
Okay.
She will have to drive with me with my X5.
Yes. you drive a BMW.
Yeah, those are things that's annoy people. They feel like I live expensive life.
But your BMW is there on our face.
Yeah, so I mean, I could even buy for our own. Yeah,
And you also you have it. You I think I saw pictures. You build a nice house. You have they have a house. You built a very nice one.
yes,
I saw it on the pictures.
Yes.
It's in Uganda.
yes,
And that house you bought the land and you built it by yourself
from scratch.
from scratch.
I have the papers. I'm the owner.
No one else is the owner.
No,
And no one else contributed into building of that house.
that's 100% Richard Ruati.
Big guy.
investment. Yeah.
And then so like right now when people say that, like, why are you showing us? Do you want to tell us we cannot build a house?
No. I am encouraging people who may be doubting themselves that you can do it in life.
Yeah.
When people post things on Facebook, they don't. It's not a show off. It's like to inspire somebody. Like for me now, there are people I follow on social media who inspire me. That is the reason why I also feel like there must be people who I can change their lifestyle, who I can change their thinking. Like they can say, "Oh, Ruati, if he has done this, how did you do it?" Then I will tell them, "This is how I did it."
Now, if there is a lady there who wants to get close to you,
they should stop it. They should stop it.
Okay, wait. Before I finish, they should stop it?
Yes.
They want to get close to you. They want, like, this is a nice guy who is stable, who is what? I want them to be my partner.
I know what I need. I mean, there are also people who accuse me like, "Oh, I like yellow ladies. I don't want dark skinned ladies." I said, no. That's the problem. Is I happen to take pictures when I travel. A lot of those ladies are not dark skinned like our ladies here. It's like, oh, it's like I'm undermining my own South Sudanese ladies for yellow ladies.
Do you like yellow ladies?
Well, they are good.
so
I mean, if yellow is not good, why is everyone bleaching or everyone doing makeup?
So you think light skin is good?
Yeah, I mean, we should be appreciative of that also. I mean, there are people in this country who are light skin.
Yeah, but also there are people who are dark skin. Are dark skin ladies not beautiful?
They are beautiful, but also it shouldn't be annoying when we promote also brown skin.
Do you think people should bleach?
No. I'm anti-bleaching. I speak a lot. I mean, there are people who even I know them on Facebook because they think I'm targeting them. You know, when I speak against anything, some people catch feeling like, oh, he's talking about me. I'm like, no.
Okay, you're really avoiding the question. Is there a big girl in your life?
No.
And there's no lady in your life?
No.
Do you want a big girl or a lady to come to your life?
Yes, I do. But I have not found my type. Yeah.
Even with all these light-skinned ladies?
Well, I'm not focusing on light-skinned ladies as being on my type, but these are people I just socialize with. Okay. But for the moment, it's not real something I put. Give me about 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah, I think I'll get married. But I don't want to do it under pressure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you do it under pressure, you're going to make a wrong decision, or you will end up into debts.
Yeah.
Because a lot of weddings also here in Juba are very expensive.
You want weddings that are a bit reasonable?
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. Yeah. Now, tell us kind of like some kind of closing. What kind of friends do you hang out with? Who are your type of? Now you don't drink. You're not into.
I
slay queens, as you say.
I hang out with people like you.
Okay.
People who can challenge me.
Yeah.
People who can discuss ideas outside the bottle.
Yeah. People
who are not going to promise you things because they are drunk. People who can discuss the future of this country, governance issues, international. I'm a globalist actually. Yeah. I like things that are. I'm a pro, democratic societies.
And you comment on a lot of global issues. Like right now, you're really against the Russian invasion.
Yeah, Putin is a very stupid guy, terrible guy. And he should not be even president of Russia.
And even during the election, you are like very much pro Biden.
Yeah, Biden he's a clean guy.
And you don't like Trump.
Trump is terrible. He's so corrupt. He doesn't have respect for women. He has molested women. All these kind of things.
So for you, Trump is definitely not.
Trump is not a good guy. He's also racist.
He's also racist.
Yeah.
You commented on a lot of issues to do with also some of the coups that happened in Africa. Like,
yeah.
So do you think some of the coups are okay, like the one that happened in Guinea?
Yeah, the coups are okay, but except that when they take over power, they tend to overstay. They're supposed to make the coup and then they organize themselves to hand over power back to the civilian rule. But when they start changing things just to make themselves comfortable, like what's happening now in Guinea, Conakry, in Mali, in Burkina Faso. Look at Mali. Mali is now crumbling because of the generals there. They become pro-Russians.
They refuse.
They don't want to take care. So there's some coups that are justifiable because.
Do you see yourself in public office?
Yes or no? But I really try to avoid politics so much. I don't want to. I want to be in a politics whereby if I'm put as a minister or as an MP and I go to my village and then I found they don't have any water point, health, or no health facility, I'll be able to come back and table to the cabinet or to the parliament and say this village doesn't have a borehole. Then they will be able to dig it. But so now
you want to be in an honest politics.
Yes, but now if I go and see my people suffering and I come and table it in the cabinet, they say there's no money. So what is the point of going to be a minister or an MP with one policeman following you and you have a suit and you say you're serving the people? It doesn't make sense.
So you think like that there is a disconnect between what you're supposed to do and what you're doing?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's just symbolic, very ceremonial role. You're a minister. You are there. you only polish your shoes every morning. You go to the office, and even some ministry you can't even buy a stationery. You can't even do anything for your people. There are people who come to you. They are drop out of school with school fees. They want support. Somebody sick. You don't have any money to give them.
Are you able to help now in this your position? Not
Yeah,
that.
I do, because I mean, I'm able to support a lot of, even my, starting from my family members. There are people like here in Juba. I live with 3 people I'm paying to the university here in Juba.
Oh, you have 3 universities in your house.
Yeah, 3 students staying with me here in Juba. I'm paying to the university. If I was a minister in Yambio, I would not be able to do it unless if I steal money. There are people who will be able to do that, but even where is the money to be stolen at some point? I have like 9 kids in Uganda I'm supporting. My
Wow.
mom is also there, and then and I look after the children of my brothers and my sisters. So it's very important for you to, as a young man, to have a life. I need to build myself in life. I need to be able to buy fuel to my car. So how do
The
I do that?
BMW, to be specific.
Yes. So how can I live if I become the people think that, oh, we work for the UN because we like the money, we don't want to serve our people in the community. How do I serve people just being a minister? Being a minister in this current system now is not serving people. You are just there just to build your career, personal life. You cannot serve people when you are not able to give them clean water. If you go around your village, if you go to your village now, every signpost you will see around a borehole was water bill constructed by World Vision, funded by UNICEF, European Union. Everything, including the bridge we just launched yesterday. So
The bridge is by Japanese,
yes,
but like we thank. As we're just winding up, I really want to thank you for coming here.
sure.
I think probably this is the longest we've talked because we just meet at short.
Yeah,
events,
yeah.
you
You
know?
also make fun of me on your Facebook. You troll me a lot.
Hey, I have to admit it. You have a lot of content but like a lot of people, actually, a lot of people think that I hate you, or they think that this person is doing to bring this person down. They don't know that, like, I think once you're in the public sphere,
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
have a thick skin. People
Yeah,
pick on you.
yeah, people scratch me. I understand. Yeah. And even I wouldn't know when you are posting about me until some people
Someone
start
tag.
tagging me and like, oh, come on, seriously, come
Come
on.
on.
I'm like, come on. Yeah.
Come on. And I think I just in general, like, I
Yeah,
think,
and I like positive social media.
yeah.
There are people who are so negative on social media. If you are trolling me, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you are attacking my person,
Yeah.
my personal private life, that's the problem. I've even blocked people on Facebook for that.
Because they go after you personally.
Yeah. If you want to discuss issues with me, fine, do it. But if you go to my personal life, it's fine. I mean, if you have issues, you want ask me, come and ask me on a show like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I'll tell you I don't have a slave queen. I don't have a big girl. I am not looking for anybody. So that's the thing. Yeah.
And
Everybody want to know, oh, what is this guy dating? Who is this? And if they even go to my Facebook to see who is hearting my posts,
oh, so who's liking with
giving
a
a
heart emoji?
I'm like, come on, guys. The people even
I mean, come on. If someone likes too many heart emojis, you need to put them
and
out on
even
them.
people saying, why are you having so many female ladies on your Facebook? I'm like, if you open my Facebook, even the 1,000 outstanding friend requests are from ladies.
Oh, you have 1,000 ladies on the waiting?
Yeah, and I say, even me, I'm a very big critic of ladies. But even so, they still follow me, even if but also I say good things that they like to hear. And some of the problem also, if some of the married men in South Sudan, even with boyfriends, they don't entertain their women. So the women look at my page to laugh, to be happy. So make your woman happy. She will not follow me on Facebook. That's what I'm telling people.
Make your woman happy so that she doesn't follow Richard Ruati on Facebook.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
You're welcome.
That's such a high note to end it.
Yeah.
Make your woman happy, guys. This is this is a bomb episode. I hope the haters will not come after you here again. You said a lot of cool things. Yeah, but thank you so much for being here. It's just a Gudele. It's just a walk away.
Yeah. Now you and me, we are still fighting about the chairmanship of Gudele.
Who will take it?
Well, I'm the only recognized chairman.
But a lot of people say that, like, when I traveled to Egypt, when I posted my pictures, people said, like, this guy is the person. He's guiding the youth.
No, I think you are just fighting your way. Yeah, you're just fighting.
So what do I need to, like, okay, I need to plan to get a BMW.
Oh, not really. It's not about the car. It's about how you put emphasis about issues that are affecting people.
But since I came to Gudele, I made Gudele glorified. I said, people, don't pay $1,500 to live in one room in Tomping. Come to Gudele.
You are a newcomer.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have a case.
you
just relax. The people of Gudele know who is the chairman of Gudele.
I think, you know what? In this comment section, people will determine.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. This was an awesome time with Richard Ruati. And I think the AC needs to come on now.